Jenks in a rivalry showdown here at Allen Trimble Stadium. I'm Fox 23 Sports Director Nathan Thompson. I'll have the play-by-play call for you. He's Mike Diggenhorn. He's our color analyst. And wow, a lot on the line here. The winner tonight has a great shot of winning the district title.
Yeah, week one of district play, and these teams probably who's going to finish first or second in the district. I know we're kind of looking far down the road, but a big important game right out of the gate.
And a lot of good players on the field tonight, but let's narrow it down to one for each side. Players to watch: Isaiah Keller for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, Broken Arrow. David Alexander, the VA coach, said this kid is a stud. He's mature. He's a great practice player, team's leading receiver, and if they're looking for a big play, he's probably going to be involved.
And for Jenks, Will Cox,
the running back. He's quarterback. He's a defensive back. He does it all. He'll be out there tonight, and he will be all over the field. Also, the Trojans' leading rusher.
Should be great to see. This is a rematch of the state title game last year. VA won that thriller to claim the Tigers' first ever state championship. But tonight, it's a de facto district title game. Let's go ahead and call it that. A lot on the line tonight in the Ford Game of the Week.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Weoki Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Weoki Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox, bringing us closer.
Shoop here. Don't wait till it's cold to make sure your furnace is ready for winter. Custom Service is $89.95. Clean and safety check guarantees your system is in ideal working condition. And if at any time during this cold season it fails, the service is free.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Shoop here. Don't wait till it's cold to make sure your furnace is ready for winter. Custom Service is $89.95. Clean and safety check guarantees your system is in ideal working condition. And if at any time during this cold season it fails, the service is free.
Ford Game of the Week about to get started here at Allen Trimble Stadium in Jenks. Second-ranked Tigers taking on number 4 Jenks Trojans. We talked about this a little bit before the break, Zig, but this is a huge district title matchup, and for this, just like they did last year, they're playing this one to kick it off here in district play.
Yeah, we got to talk to the schedule makers. Probably the two best teams in the district. I mean, they have been traditionally the last 5-6 years. Haven't played later midseason or even the last game of the season. Maybe try and come down to the wire to see who's going to win the district. Last year, this district was decided in this week 1 when Broken Arrow won the game.
And, of course, in 6A1, too, you've got Union taking on Owasso, so same kind of deal over there. So it's a great night of high school football, and this should be a good one, a rematch of the Class 6A1 state title game last year, so Broken Arrow, the defending champs. And what are your keys to the game in this one?
Well, one of the keys to the game is tonight the quarterback watch, especially for Jenks. Who's going to be quarterback for Jenks? And it's going to be Stephen Kittleman. He was out there warming up. He had a knee brace on. We'll see how effective he's going to be. If not, they've got reliable Will Cox to come in as the Wildcat. Also, the ground attack for Broken Arrow. Yeah, they're averaging a little over 160 yards a game, but David Alexander said it's not where we want it to be. Kewan Tolbert returns for them, should pick up. And then both teams coming off a bye week. We don't want to call it off week. They didn't relax and sit around and play video games. They were still working hard. So it's a bye week as we head into District 1. Week 1 of district play.
Broken Arrow won the toss, but Tigers deferring, so Jenks will receive. Trojans had a little bit of a tough start to the season so far, but district play is where it really matters.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how both teams rebound coming off losses. Jenks losing the Mid-First Bank Backyard Bowl to Union, and then Broken Arrow falling to Owasso, snapping their 15-game winning streak they had dating back to last year.
Doesn't happen too often when both these teams are coming into the game off of losses. So we're about to get going here at Allen Trimble Stadium in the Ford Game of the Week. It's nice to have games that really affect the playoff positioning going on now. These are the games that really matter. Tigers kicking this one off. Ranked 4th in the state, or 2nd in the state. Trojans ranked 4th. Pretty nice night for some football.
Well, it's still a little hot. I'm ready for fall. I know
with the sun going down, it's cooled off a little bit.
We hit fall officially earlier in the week, but the temperatures are not reflecting it right now.
So we have a touchback to start this one off. Let's take a look at the offensive starters for the Jenks Trojans. As you said, we see him out there right there. The quarterback, Kittleman, looks like he is going to play. And when we look at the starting lineup here, Logan Nobles, Isaac Arce, Hayden Crawley, Max Johnson, John Roberts, Waylon Adams, Brandon Elrod, Bo Estes, Justin Murphy, and Will Cox. That was our player to watch going into this one, a do-it-all player for the Trojans on offense and defense. And the quarterback, Stephen Kittleman, who got hurt last time out, but looks like he's back now.
Well,
there he is.
Jenks' number 9 is out there on offense. Broken Arrow's number 9 on defense, Miles Slusher, is out. He will not be playing this week, so they've had to make some adjustments defensively.
Yeah, that's a big loss for the Tigers defense because he is an Oregon commit.
And Kittleman spread out.
So he is playing. It's not taking the snap as Will Cox, who we said played a little wildcat last time out.
So delay a game right out of the gate for Jenks, and that's not what you want to do. You know, you bring the quarterback out, then all of a sudden they flip into a wildcat formation. But Broken Arrow looked like they were ready and were making some adjustments.
Yeah, you kind of lose the element of surprise there whenever you get the delay game. And again, Kittleman is out there wide, and we've got another penalty.
Yep.
Not the start the Trojans want right here.
And it was Kittleman who jumped out, lined up at the wide receiver position.
We had some movement on the offensive line as well. So 2 almost plays, 2 penalties instead. Maybe the 3rd time's the charm here for the Trojans. First down and 20 now after those 2 5-yard penalties. Wilcox takes the snap, keeping it himself, and very patient with the ball, and gains about 5 yards.
He is. When we did the Backyard Bowl, we noticed that because he was running all over the field, but he's just so patient and moving and looking and watching for the hole.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Broken Arrow defense. Kane Hadaway, Jalen Moss, Corey Callens, Parker Darnell, Gino Marchicelli, Selly, Campbell Yeager, Darian Moss, Corey Williams, Miles Slusher. As we said, he is out with his hurt ankle, which he hurt last game out for the Tigers. Cox looked like he was going to run for or throw it for a second, instead running, and the BA defense stops him pretty cold there.
Well, that's the strong suit of this Broken Arrow football team is their defense, and they showed it right there. Interesting that you would have Kittleman run it on that 2nd down. I mean, watching him, Nathan, I mean, to me, he doesn't look like he's 100%. But obviously a tough kid. He wants to be out there. He wants to do what he can to help this team win game 1 in district play.
So 3rd down and 12 now for the Trojans. Cox lines up at wide receiver. Kittleman back to pass, looking to his right. Has some time. Then runs, throws it downfield, incomplete.
Great back-end coverage by the Broken Arrow secondary. Nobody was open. Kittleman waited about as long as he could. Fortunate to get out of the pocket. That time actually moved pretty well to his left. Just had to throw it over his receiver's head so it wouldn't get picked off.
So first possession of the ball game. The Trojans go 3 and out, punting it away. Had a nice little wind out here, and they're punting it right into it. Going from south to north. Taking some time. Looked like it got tipped there, didn't it? Maybe took a little too much time.
Yeah. Yeah, you got about 11-mile-an-hour wind. And the official's going to line it up. That's going to be well inside of Jenks territory, Nate.
Take a look at the starting offensive lineup. Nate Burkhartsmeyer, Adam Yancey, Trevor Burkhartsmeyer, Brian Chapman, Andrew Rame. He's the big OU commit at offensive line. Caleb Campbell, Ty Rozelle, Torrey Dillard, Isaiah Keller, our player to watch before the game, Jalen Johnson, and Jake Raines at quarterback for the Tigers, as you see. 19-yard punt, so Tigers getting some great field position and starting off on the ground. Picks up about 2 yards on that carry.
Takes the handoff. Stacked up at the Trojan 35-yard line.
That BA offensive line is very big up front. Jenks' defense will have their hands full tonight.
That D-line for Jenks, Coleman Thurber, Jackson Humphrey, Elijah Brown, Drake Vanoy, Kobe Tucker, James Pruitt, Matt Ackerley, Grant Lohr, Will Cox playing both ways for the Trojans, Jaden Patrick and Adrian Garnett. Back to pass, Raines, scrambling to his right. He's got a little bit of room, gets out of bounds.
Torrey Dillard was breaking free across the middle, and I think about the time he did, that's when Raines decided he needed to take off out of the pocket.
34-yard line.
3rd down now for the Tigers. Here in 4-down territory, though.
I would think so, yeah, at the 34.
3rd down.
Need to get to right around the 27-yard line.
Tigers' first possession of the ball game. Torrey Dillard by himself on the right. Number 2, Isaiah Keller, is our player to watch, but they're going to hand this one off. Corey Williams stopped well short. Brings up 4th down.
God, if you're David Alexander, I mean, you're going to go for it.
Tyson Ward comes up with a
only a gain of 1 on that last play, but you've got a big weight advantage up front with your offensive line. They're still trying to figure things out a little bit, Nate, on the ground game.
Raines takes the snap. Throws it downfield, gets the completion for a 1st down, and look who catches it. Our player to watch, Isaiah Keller, and he is still going. Gets in for a touchdown. Oh, they have a flag down.
Broken Arrow. Isaiah Keller.
Let's see what the call is.
On the pass from Jake Raines.
Jenks is saying it's against the Tigers.
For the touchdown.
So we'll see what the officials say.
Randy Jeffers and his crew, great crew, very experienced, veteran bunch of guys out there. Talked to Randy a little bit before the game, and he said, man, I'm blessed that I'm even out here. You might remember less than 2 years ago, he took a pretty hard hit out on the football field.
During the run, we have personal foul, face mask against the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
So you get Keller trying to push the defender away from him. And, you know, a lot of times they let him get away with that. But I think in fact, maybe he held on for so long. I think the official decided, I'm going to go ahead and throw the flag on this one.
So from a touchdown back at the 22, but still a first down on a 4th and 5 play.
But man, I mean, that's why we highlighted him in the open, Nate. I mean, David Alexander's right. He is a stud. But just looking at that last play he had, you can see why they feel that way.
Tigers go back to the ground. Kewan Tolbert with the run.
And it's good to have Tolbert back if you're a Broken Arrow fan. You know, he got hurt 3rd day of practice in fall camp, as we call it, and started in August. He had a couple of carries down in Texas, had 1 carry against Union, had maybe 3 or 4 against Owasso, but the week off, or the bye week, really helped get him back in the lineup.
Raines hands it off to Tolbert one more time, and look at that carry for a first down, fighting hard.
Wow, that right side of the Broken Arrow line, Andrew Rame, I was watching him. He took his man and just drove him 2, 3, 4 yards downfield, pushed him out of the way, and you saw why the hole was there for Tolbert.
So yeah, OU fans, if you want to see the future sooner, he's number 72 there on the right side of the line.
At the Jenks 7-yard line.
Ball at the 7, first down and goal. Tolbert again, straight up the middle and just a couple yards short. You're going to mark it down about the 1-yard line.
And you see what he does for the running game, just his quickness, his ability to kind of juke, find the crease and the hole to run through and pick up some positive yards.
Wilcox on the tackle.
First drive of the ball game for the Tigers going well so far. They got to punch it in here though. 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal.
Tolbert still in the backfield, that running back.
He's going to get it again.
Kewan Tolbert dives in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Down, Broken Arrow. Kewan.
Well, that's how you want to start a ball game right there.
Well, it was. BA goes for it on 4th down. You end up getting a 25-yard pass play out of it, and then you bring Kewan Tolbert in and let him do the rest of the work.
6-0 Tigers pinning this extra point.
Tyler Crawford on for the point after.
Makes it nice for the Tiger offense when you only have to go 37 yards for the touchdown.
That helps.
Extra point is good. Broken Arrow up 7-0 here in the Ford game of the week. The Jenks Trojans will try to answer back here at Allen Trimble Stadium when we return.
Remaining in the first period, the score.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with $8,000 total savings plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Watching the Ford game of the week. 2nd-ranked Broken Arrow taking on number 4 Jenks Trojans. Each team have had one offensive possession, and Tigers up 7-0 early on. Defending state champions trying to bounce back after that loss to Owasso 2 weeks ago. Both of these teams had byes last week. Started district play here.
A series the last 8 games in favor of Jenks, 5-3, so it's been pretty even. I mean, VA won both matches last year, both football games. Of course, week 1 in district play, and then again the state championship game.
A lot of wind behind the kicker, and that means we're going to have another touchback.
It's about 12 miles an hour. That'll help.
Yes, that'll definitely help. Or hurt, depending on the way you're
Which way you're going.
Looks like a little less wind actually in the stadium if you look at the flags on the uprights, but the American flag and the Oklahoma flag are really going.
You want to win Chick-fil-A for a year? Stop by the Chick-fil-A Tulsa Hills Spirit Center.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
The field goal during halftime.
Well, a good crowd out here tonight. BA brought a huge contingent. That whole east side of the stands here in Jenks is full of Broken Arrow fans.
Chick-fil-A for a year.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. Starting off on the ground.
Nice move.
Grant Lord with the carry to get a first down. First down for the Trojans.
We got to the outside, looked like he was going to be stopped, and then just did a quick spin away from the defender.
12 brought down by Corey Williams.
And Adonis Ballard, number 3, unable to wrap him up and take him down. He was able to get 8-9 more yards and a first down.
Ball now at the 32.
Gain of 11. We've got a Trojan.
Going to the ground again, and again it's Lohr, and Lohr does a good job to pick up some more yardage, gets to the 39-yard line.
Trying to follow in his dad's footsteps here in Jenks. Jason Lohr, who played football here.
Yeah, definitely a familiar last name for longtime Trojan fans.
If I remember right, he went on to play at Nebraska.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. That means you've been around a long time. Remember, kids that played here, and now their kids are playing.
I wasn't going to say anything. I remember too.
Yeah, but you're a couple years younger. You were just reading the newspaper articles back then, right?
That's right. Kittle went back to pass, looking downfield deep, intercepted. Going for Isaiah.
Corey Williams picks off.
Excuse me, going for
pass.
Brandon Elrod, and it was picked off
The Broken Arrow 32.
by number 4.
Now, Corey Williams made a nice play. Had him defended pretty well, and then just cut right in front of him. Looked like Elrod was open for a split second. I think that's what Kittleman saw, but Williams was back there and got the turnover.
So now the Tigers get their second possession of the first quarter. They get it on a turnover, but actually have worse field position than when they got it off a punt. Offside for the Trojans.
And here you are, Jenks. 3rd penalty already here in the first 6 minutes of the football game. Something Keith Riggs will not be happy about.
So that makes it first down and 5. Tigers have the ball on their own 37-yard line. Raines hands it off again to Tolbert, and why not? It worked in the first drive, looking good again here in the second drive.
Boy, just that quick across midfield. You can see even the difference in 2 weeks, how their running game looks with him back there. A lot more experience than some of the other guys that they have. And look at that, just enough of a crease for him to get through, Nate, and he's so quick. Defenders see him coming, all of a sudden they look up and he's already by him.
Yeah, nice 19-yard gain right there. Gets the ball to the 44-yard line in Jenks territory. Little end-around run, and then going to be a pass. Isaiah Keller throws it into a crowd, but it's caught. Wow, Toy Dillard, though, fumbles it. Trojans recover.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a crazy play right there.
Dillard
home pass.
Yeah.
Caught, fumble.
Fighting for extra yards. You can't fault him if he's trying to make something happen, but a tough break for Broken Arrow and a great break for Jenks. Look at Keller, great ball.
Yeah, nice throw.
First down, Trojans.
Oh yeah, he never, you know what? After he caught it, he was trying to put it in his arm to secure it, and he never really got it in there securely, and it just slipped out. Great job by Jenks to strip it and recover it.
Quinn Hill.
Yeah, nice ball by Keller, wasn't it? Man.
Yeah, he had a nice tight spiral. He did throw it into triple coverage, I think, but he got his man.
Well, they have a package for Keller. They can run a wildcat, and obviously he can throw, so that's going to give the rest of the state something to think about the rest of the season.
Handoff is to Grant Lohr.
Lohr with the carry again.
Brings him down.
Coming in, Lohr's only rushed the ball 11 times on the season.
5 yards, second down.
I think, I mean, as the season goes on, he will get more carries because you got Wilcox out there who may have to double as a quarterback. He's playing defensive back, and you don't want to wear him out.
Kittleman back to pass this time. Had a man just a little bit overthrows Bo Estes.
Pass intended for Bo Estes, incomplete.
And that, there you may see where the injury has something to do with his accuracy a little bit. Ball a little bit too high, not maybe fully planting on his front leg.
Third down.
Brings up third down and 5 for the Trojans. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Seven nothing Tigers on top. Just turn it over inside the Jenks 10-yard line. Trojans trying to capitalize, but we have a whistle before the snap. Offsides.
BA.
See if that gets them a first down. It's 3rd and 5.
It's going to be close. That may be about a... Nope.
Prior to the snap,
Scott Johnson.
encroachment against the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
There you go.
That's Randy Jeffers. Scott Johnson's working the side over there, and he immediately waved him forward after the 5 yards. So Jenks picks it up, gets a break.
Second first down for the Trojans in this ball game so far. That's the easy way to get a first down, right?
Yeah.
Kittleman hands it off to Lohr, and Lohr's got some quickness back there, but managed to pick up 2 yards.
Brandon Lohr, the ball carrier, stacked up.
Well, BA had to kind of do a double preparation defensively because they didn't know if Kittleman was going to play or not. So David Alexander said, hey, if 21's in, which is Wilcox, Wildcat, all we got to do is go tackle 21. We know who we got to take care of. If number 9's in, we just got to line up right, not making any mistakes because, they can limit things and know what Jenks is going to do that way.
2nd down and 7 now for the Trojans. BA defense.
Well, Corey Williams came from this side over here by us, Nathan. Did you see that for BA? And just ran, got the snap count. Right as it was snapped, was across the line of scrimmage and ran Lohr down.
Yeah, he already has the interception, so having a good defensive game so far here in the first quarter. Ball just past the 20-yard line. 3rd and long, 8 yards to go for a first down for Jenks. Lost a yard on that carry. Kittleman hits Estes for a first down.
Bo Estes.
Ball out to about the 40-yard line. Big play for the Trojans.
At the Trojan 40-yard line.
Estes just off the hash. Came right down and then curled in toward the hash. You see him catch the ball there, drove the defender back.
On the pass play.
Kittleman was throwing the ball right as he was on the break, and good hookup between those two.
The 20-yard catch puts it out at the 40-yard line. First down and 10 for the Trojans. Kittleman under center, hands it off to Wilcox. Cox nowhere to run. Gets maybe a yard.
The ball carrier. Stacked up at the 21.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Under 3 minutes to go. Game moving along pretty quick with a lot of running in this one, and that's kind of what we expected going into.
Yeah, both of them. That's how they set the stage. They want to ball control, grind it downfield, and then try and break off a big play.
Second down and 9. Ball at the 41-yard line. Kittleman sets up the screen, gets it, and gets a first down. Waylon Adams with the catch.
Waylon Adams.
Good play call.
Screen pass.
The offensive lineman just let the D line right through. It was Ole City, and as a D lineman, you got to figure that out. It's like, wait a minute, there's some reason they're not blocking me. Look at that. All 5 Jenks offensive linemen are downfield right there, and everybody from BA is on the other side. And they're just waiting for the pass to...
They all wanted that sack, right?
Yeah.
Trojans for the first time here in BA territory, trying to tie this thing up after the turnover. Kittleman with the fake. Again, throws it to Adams. Nice little gain again.
Waylon Adams from Stephen Kittleman.
Jenks feeling it a little bit offensively right now, mixing it up, the run and the pass.
39-yard line.
Doing some short passes, needed a big pass on third down, and Kittleman hit Estes to keep this drive going.
Along with Darian Moss.
Ball now at the 40. Second down and 3.
Second down.
Jenks offense starting to come alive here with Stephen Kittleman back there, the quarterback under center on this play. Fake the handoff again, looking deep downfield for the big play. Juggling catch, wow. Justin Murphy, the tight end.
On the pass from Stephen Kittleman.
Big catch.
I thought the circus was in town next week. Nice juggling act.
Well, the fair's here.
Yeah, there you go.
23-yard catch on that great juggling.
It's another Trojan.
23 for number 23.
A roller, weight loss, and advanced surgery. First down. A successful drive begins when you make the first down. Take your first step on the road to longer, healthier life with roller, weight loss, and advanced surgery. Will Cox gets the handoff, brought down after a gain of about 2 yards.
Defensively, Broken Arrow just giving up 11 points a game.
That's a good recipe for success, right?
Yeah, no, it's 18. Yeah, 18 points a game. But even then, I mean, you're still, that's pretty good. That's less than 3 touchdowns a game. And one of those was a shutout. And part of the reason is that because they gave up 42 to Owasso in week 3.
And that one was a close game. And then Owasso just pulled away late, and the score looks a little worse than it was there. Wilcox again brought down immediately. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Broken Arrow up 7-0 over Jenks with 1 quarter down here in the Ford game of the week. Trojans will try to tie it up here in the second quarter when we return.
Darian Moss.
Shoop here. Don't wait till it's cold to make sure your furnace is ready for winter. Custom Services $89.95 clean and safety check guarantees your system is in ideal working condition. And if at any time during this cold season it fails, the service is free.
Let's see what happens.
Love you. Let me know how it goes. I'll see you for dinner. You didn't know.
A home of your own. It's within your reach when you experience the new Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity. Apply for home ownership today.
I found a great job at ericsjobs.com.
I found a great job.
Allí en buen trabajo.
I found a great job at ericsjobs.com. Need a job? Need a great job? ericsjobs.com.
Shoop here. Up to Custom Services first and last. Up to $1,500 instant rebate on select Train models. The highest in Tulsa. Low interest financing, 10 years parts and labor warranty, 40 years in business. Custom Services. Call us.
How are the kids today?
I got a 10, a 2, and a 6.
You deserve a place to call home. Discover the new face of Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity and apply for home ownership today.
If you're behind, threatened with foreclosure, have been denied a loan modification, or been the victim of a predatory loan, it's critical that you call Homeowners Relief Line now. New laws are in effect that may save your home.
You, over there. Yes, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world.
Welcome back to the Ford Game of the Week. Make sure you stay with us at halftime for the Chick-fil-A halftime show. We'll talk to the coaches, check out the Trojan Pride Marching Band, get an update on the Trimble Strong Foundation, and review the first half highlights and stats. The Chick-fil-A halftime show coming up here in the second quarter.
Follow us on social media. Trimble Strong is helping children like
Third down here for the Trojans to start off this second quarter in the Ford Game of the Week. Down 7-0, but trying to even it up.
Well, at this time, volunteers of the Trimble Strong Foundation will be circulating the stands with blue Trimble Strong.
Big play right here for Jenks.
You would like to make a donation?
Will Cox moves out to wide receiver. Kittleman back there in the backfield by himself and looks to his right, throwing to Cox, but incomplete.
Through Salt and Light, thank you.
So it brings up fourth down, and Trojans look like they just want to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, well, they need to. It's been a nice drive. They converted at least one third down on that drive.
Yeah, they started this one back inside their own 10-yard line
after the turnover by Broken Arrow.
32-yard field goal.
32-yard field goal attempt right here.
St. Patrick to hold.
Max passed them long enough, and it is good. 7-3. Broken Arrow on top here early in the second quarter. 11:53 still on the clock.
11:53 remaining in the first half. The score, Broken Arrow 7. Your Jenks
So got that 0 off the board. BA still up on top. 7-3 though.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Jenks Athletic Department and the Oklahoma.
Hey, Friday, October 11th, the Ford Game of the Week will be chosen by you, the fan. It's the Ford Fan Pick. Here are the options. Edmond Memorial in Norman, Southmore at Mustang, or Deer Creek at Del City. Go to yourview.com/Ford Fan Pick to cast your vote. Vote early, vote often. Voting ends Monday, October 7th at noon. Look for the results later on Monday at yourview.com. Game time on Friday, October 11th is 7 o'clock with the game. The fans choose on the Ford Fan Pick. Watch it on YurView, Channel 3.
At home and abroad. Thank you. Thank you, veterans.
13 plays, 92 yards, 5:38.
Yeah, great drive by Jenks. Kind of a slow start. They went 3 and out. Their second drive, they turned it over because of an interception. Their defense re-energized the offense a little bit, forcing a turnover as Broken Arrow was marching to score after they had a trick play. Jenks recovered the fumble, as Nate said, inside the own 10-yard line, and they were able to kick a field goal and get on the board.
77-yard drive there. Set up the field goal. And guess what? They're kicking with the wind. We got another touchback.
Shocking.
Yes, I am amazed.
Tigers will have a first and 10.
All right, Tigers up 7-3.
VA 20-yard line.
This is only the Tigers' third possession of the ball game here as we're early in the second quarter. Had some long drives and only a few points. 7 for BA and 3 for Jenks. BA's really moved the ball, though. That last drive, their second drive, ended with that turnover inside the 10-yard line of the Trojans.
We can help you find your stride. www.stridebank.
There's Tolbert again. Back out there, and just like that, 5 yards.
If it ain't broke, Tolbert's had a good ball game so far.
He's so quick. I mean, he was running, but he was dancing as he was running. They just kind of back and forth looking for the hole, and as soon as he saw it, it was turn on the jets and go forward for 5.
Raines under center. Hands it off again. First down for the Tigers. Tolbert fell forward to get a couple extra yards.
Yeah, he's tough. 5'9", 180 pounds.
Take your first step on the road to longer, healthier life with roller weight loss and advanced surgery.
So much different than Noah Cortez, who ran last year for Jenks, the all-time leading rusher in Jenks history. And I mean, Cortez would run you over, and he'd also outrun you as he got down the field. Tolbert's going to outrun you at the line of scrimmage.
First down and 10, staying on the ground. Ooh, look at that tackle play. Lore is running the ball well, tackling well. The junior gets the tackle for loss on Kewan Tolbert.
Second down.
Just trips him up, just enough right there.
Stayed at home as his linebacker, kind of read what was going on there offensively, and
halftime kicker.
As soon as he saw that Tolbert was going to break it outside, he cut him down.
To kick at halftime for a year's supply of Chick-fil-A, courtesy of Tulsa Hill.
Reigns has deep over the middle. Keller fighting back, incomplete, underthrown there.
Well, if he would have seen him about 5 steps sooner, Keller was behind the defense, and by the time he recognized, that gave the defense time to recover, and then Keller was further downfield, so that's why he underthrew it.
Brings up third down and 10 now.
Quinn Hill on the coverage. Third down.
Take a look. Keller still almost gets back to it, but couldn't quite pull it in.
You can see what a great athlete he is. Senior, team leader. He scored 2 touchdown passes this year. Both of them were in the Backyard Bowl against Union.
The Tigers call a timeout here on third down and 10. We'll take a break and be right back here in the fourth game of the week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
The best place to tailgate is at Louie's Grill and Bar. Football season is here, and Louie's is ready for you before the game, after the game, or even during the game. We have all your favorites and tons of TVs. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood. At Louie's Grill and Bar, we're serving up world-famous burgers and pizzas. Oh, and wings, and rice bowls, and fresh salads, and of course tacos, and great sandwiches like the new Italian Stallion. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
Watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back to the forward game of the week. Third down and 10 for the Tigers. A lot of BA faithful here made the trip across Tulsa into Jenks.
They are probably very happy that the sun set early.
Exactly. That's the wrong side of the field over there.
On that east side of the stands.
4 receivers for the Tigers. Reigns looking to his left. Gets the ball off and complete to Torrey Taylor for the first down. Nice snag there. Had to go up and grab that one.
Thrown a little bit behind him, but he went up, made a great catch.
18-yard gain. Good for a first down and gets it just into Trojan territory at the 49-yard line.
Big beefy guys up front. Burkhardt, Smyer, Rame, Chapman, Yancey, Crawford did a great job blocking, giving him plenty of time.
First and 10, 2 receivers on the right, none on the left. Nice carry and pick up for Morey and Horn.
And get another little bit of a change of pace to bring the sophomore in and give him some quality playing time.
Second down, 4 yards to go for the Tigers. Brought down just short by about a yard of the first down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 or 2. Horn again with the carry.
And no surprise, they're running behind number 72 on the right side of that Broken Arrow offensive line.
Usually a good plan.
Greg Benoit, Tyson Ward on the stop. Gain of 2, 3rd down.
3rd and short here for the Tigers.
Now they flipped Rain to the left side. See if they run over there. Look at that.
And they do. But Tolbert can't get there. So it's going to bring up a big 4th down here with just over 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
I think Drake Benoit had something to do with that. He was on the right side or left side of the defensive front. He just came flying in the backfield.
At the 41-yard
kind of messed things up for BA.
4th down and 2. Tigers going for this one. As we take a look at the great defensive play by the Trojans and see Laura in there on the tackle.
James Pruitt was back there as well, number 44 for Jenks. Now Jenks calls a timeout.
Big play right here with 8:01 on the clock here in the second quarter. 4th down and 2. Broken Arrow up 7-3 here in the 4th game of the week.
For 2 metro locations, Cherry Street.
This week on YurView's high school football recruiting podcast, Over the Middle. Scott Frost quickly rebuilding the Nebraska Cornhusker program, one recruiting victory at a time. Deshaun Callahan of Huskers Online tells Jeremy that Frost and the Husker coaches can fast forward the reclamation project by impressing recruits visiting Lincoln this weekend with ESPN's College Game Day in town. That always helps. Plus, Jeremy talks about why 5-star quarterback Bryce Young's flip from USC to Alabama reverberates across the country. All that and more on this week's episode of Over the Middle podcast.
Yeah, big game tomorrow night for Frost and the Huskers, hosting Ohio State.
In the first quarter, Owasso 7, Union.
Lots of good football going on. We've got Texas Tech at OU, Kansas State at OSU. TU on the road at SMU. Excuse me, that's October 5th for TU.
Yeah.
First down for the Tigers, going for it on 4th and 2.
Well, that was just man on man, and BA saying we are big and we are going to push you out of the way. They're an offensive front for Broken Arrow, Nate. I told you last time we did a game, 283 pounds is what they average. High school guys weighing 283. What is up with that?
Impressive, an impressive run there by Tolbert to get the first down on 4th and 2. So keep this drive alive for the Tigers.
I think David Alexander was 280 when he played for the Eagles back in the 80s.
Sounds about right. Tolbert again picks up some nice yardage on first down.
BA sticking with their ground game.
Brought down by Tyson.
Run the clock, move the chains. You know, I think maybe their intent wear Jenks down a little bit in that defensive front.
Southwest corner where the Chick-fil-A.
Second down and 6 after that 4-yard gain down to the 33-yard line.
You can win a year's supply of Chick-fil-A. Reagan Flake.
Sticking on the ground, but this time brought down in the backfield.
Coleman Thurber.
Yeah, great
Coleman
job
Thurber.
defensively by Jenks.
Coleman Thurber with the tackle for loss there.
They were able to bust right through the offensive line and break that one up.
Tyson Ward. Back to the 36-yard line.
So that drops it back to 3rd and 9. Big play by the Trojan defense to try to stall this Tiger drive. Just over 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. 7-3, Tigers on top.
A little aggressive, maybe a screen pass, and they're going to call timeout. Broken Arrow is.
So again, this is only the Tigers' 3rd drive of the ball game. We just have a little over 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Broken Arrow only has 1 timeout left, but the Tigers on top 7-3 in this big District 6A 1-1 showdown. So we start off district play tonight.
Stride Bank.
What a way to start it off here.
Proud sponsor of Jenks Trojans football. Stride Bank is 100%.
Hey, stay with us at halftime for the Chick-fil-A halftime show. We'll talk to the coaches, check out the Trojan Pride Marching Band, get an update on the Trimble Strong Foundation, and review the first half highlights and stats. The Chick-fil-A halftime show coming up here just a few minutes. Just 6:11 on the clock here in the second quarter. Third and long here for Broken Arrow for that tackle for loss by the Trojans.
To learn more, Stride Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC, Stride Bank.
Reigns in the shotgun.
Trojan home game sponsor.
Hands it off to Tolbert. Tolbert brought down immediately. No gain there. So he's going to bring down 4th and 9. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but not much.
Backed up by Chase Jackson.
Not much to gain by punting it, but when you're 9 yards back,
4th down,
away from a first down, they're bringing out the punt team.
As long as you don't kick it out of the end zone.
Tyler Crawford back to punt.
Yeah, you kick it out of the end zone, you're only giving, 17-yard difference, and you might as well have gone for it.
Tyler Crawford back to punt it away. That one's not getting in the end zone, but good bounce for the Tigers there. Gets it within the 20.
That looked like your pitching wedge shot the other day.
I know, it's right.
Act 9, huh?
It didn't go in the hole, though.
16-yard line.
Took about 2 hops and inside the 20. That's perfect. That's where you want to put it.
Got the 21-yard punt on that, but gets it inside the 20. 7-3. Jenks can take the lead here.
7-3. That's also the score. Owasso leading Union still. That one in the second. And then over on the west side, Norman, the top-ranked team on the west side of the state, leading UConn. Also in the second quarter, they're up 28-14.
Going to the ground, Will Cox gets it out to about the 20-yard line.
Handoff to Will Cox. Out to the 20, brought down by Kane Hadaway. Morian Horn.
Again, nice. Cox he just knows, and he's very patient. He knows where he's going to run the football. Tries to get around the defense. And just find enough of a crease to gain positive yards.
Second down and 7 now for the Trojans. Overthrown over Waylon Adams. Kittleman just a little too high.
For Waylon Adams. Incomplete.
Gonna bring up 3rd and long now. 7 yards to go to get a first down for Jenks. Kittleman 4 of 7, 62 yards. That one interception.
That's got to be tough too as a quarterback. You sustained an injury week 2 against Bixby. Sat out the 3rd week against Union. They had the bye week last week. But he's still, you can just kind of sense he's still kind of hesitant, maybe a little bit, trying to get back in the flow. But give him credit.
Jenks 2 for 4 on 3rd down conversions so far. Cox trying to make it 3 for 5, and he gets it. Nice spin move by Will Cox, fighting hard for that extra yardage.
Well, he was left wide open out in that flat area, and I think he turned to go upfield, and I think he was surprised how much green space he had in front of him.
17-yard gain on that as we take another look at the spin move.
Yeah, you see him right there. Is that X or Y on the little controller? Do you know?
I haven't played for so long. It was C back when I played.
Yeah. When I played, they didn't have spin moves.
You were out in your front yard, right?
Exactly.
1st and 10 now for the Trojans. Cox takes the snap and doesn't have anywhere to go with it there. Stop for no gain.
Well, that Wildcat formation caught Union off guard 2 weeks ago because they didn't know what Jenks was going to do. First half, Cox carried Jenks, had him in the football game, and then after Union made some adjustments, and then a second half fumble by Jenks. Returned 90 yards for Union. Kind of finished that one off, but you can tell that Broken Arrow is prepared. When they see number 21 back there in the Wildcat formation, they know what they need to do.
Second down and 10. Two receivers in the formation. Kittleman rolling to his right, looking downfield, throws it deep. Again, just a little bit over Waylon Adams. So third down now. They just converted a third down on the last set of downs, so trying to do it again here. A little less than 10 yards to go. Have to get out to the 47-yard line. 3:26 left here in the first half. Tigers on top 7-3. Broken Arrow swept Jenks last year, winning in the regular season and winning a close one. A thriller in the state title game to claim the Tigers' first ever state championship. Kittleman sacked, brought down, bring up fourth down. And a fumble. Tigers recover. Big play right there by the BA defense. Get the sack, force the turnover. And Broken Arrow is in great field position with. We take a look again. You see the ball fly out right to the Tigers. Recovered by BA at the 31-yard line. Two turnovers now for the Trojans. BA with only one. Tigers up 7-3. Trying to turn that turnover into points here. Tolbert. Lots of running room. Kewan Tolbert, 31-yard touchdown. BA definitely turned that turnover into points on the very next play. Makes it 13-3. Broken Arrow pending this extra point. Big momentum changer there. Jenks had the football, only down 7-3 with a little over 3 minutes left, trying to drive and take the lead to go into halftime, but that turnover directly resulted into another touchdown for the defending state champions. This extra point, if it goes through the uprights, will put the Tigers up 14-3, and it does. Tigers take a 14-3 lead here with 3:14 on the clock. Trojans ball when we return to the fourth game of the week.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is free, last name is dumb.
Drive a new Ford Expedition today with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back to the Ford game of the week, and the Broken Arrow fans are dancing here. Tigers on top 14-3 after that 31-yard Kewan Tolbert touchdown run on the very next play after a Trojan turnover. Stephen Kittleman was sacked and the Tigers recovered, and that gets us to 14-3 here with 3:14 on the clock here in the second quarter. First game of district play tonight for both of these teams. It would be the top two favorites in District 6A 1-1, so the winner tonight likely could go on to win the district title. First kickoff we have against the wind, so popping it up for a little fair catch, and Jenks will have pretty good starting field position here on this drive. BA was kicking into a heavy wind right into their face. Big drive here for the Trojans, down 14-3. Would love to cut this into a single possession ball game going into the half. See Stephen Kittleman not back at quarterback right now, lined up as a receiver on the right side of the top of your screen, on the right side of the formation. Cox fumbles the snap, and his knee was down when he picked it up, so that's a big loss on first down for the Trojans. Clock is running. BA with only one timeout as we take a look here and check out his knee as he goes to pick it up. Definitely down there. So now second down and 19, loss of 9 on that. Ball at the 27-yard line. Kittleman back at quarterback. Throws it to Keller. That one dropped, incomplete. 3rd and 19 now for the Trojans. 2:29 on the clock. 3rd and 19 here. Still plenty of time for BA, especially if the Tigers have that one timeout. They can get the stop here of getting another chance to put some more points in the ball game before the first half ends. Ball at the 27. Kittleman running back in to give the play to his teammates. 10 seconds on the play clock. Two seconds. 1. Just got it off. Kittleman gets the completion, but that is short of a first down. See if BA calls a timeout or just lets that clock run. Looks like Broken Arrow is happy to let that clock run down and not use the timeout as we see a nice completion here, but well short of the first down. Justin Murphy with the catch. In the first quarter, he had that nice juggling catch to set up the field goal. The Trojans' only points here in the first half. High punt and fair catch, and the ball is dropped. Torrey Dillard recovers. Wow. Big loss of field position, but could have been disaster for the Tigers there, up 14-3 with 1:37 on the clock. Could definitely change the game plan, though, for the Tigers here on this last drive, possibly before the first half ends, because you would have had the ball almost at the 30-yard line. Now you're way back inside the 15 at about the 13-yard line. Might not want to take as many chances here as you would from about out at the 30. T1 Tolbert, though, has broken some big runs, 12 carries for 91 yards, including that 31-yard touchdown. Enough time on the clock here for the Tigers to do something. 1:37. Tolbert gets the handoff. Gets it out close to the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 19. Second down and 4 now after the 6-yard carry. Broken Arrow taking its time, up 14-3, and looks like the Tigers are happy about that. Wouldn't mind taking that 14-3 lead into halftime here at Allen Trimble Stadium. It'll be less than a minute when this ball is snapped. Another run right up the middle. Close to a first down, but it's going to be just a touch short. Should bring up about 3rd and 1. Broken Arrow's going to have to snap it one more time. There's about 11 more seconds on the game clock than the play clock. But that won't be a problem. It's only 3rd down here. Could be the last play of the first half right here. Run up the middle for a first down, but that should actually do it for the first half with Broken Arrow up 14-3 over Jenks. Tigers will probably be content to let the clock run out after picking up that first down. Week 4 of the high school football season, the first week of district play. Huge matchup here in District 6A 1-1 between the second-ranked Broken Arrow Tigers and fourth-ranked Jenks Trojans. And the Tigers will go into halftime up 14-3. They can hold on to this win. They will have a huge leg up in this district title race. We're about to talk to David Alexander, the head coach for the Tigers. His team up 14-3 here, trying to bounce back after losing to Owasso last week in BA, snapping their winning streak, 15 games. Let's go now down to the field, and Mike Ziegenhorn has head coach David Alexander.
All right, thanks, Nate. Pretty solid first half. Yeah. Offensively, you're running the ball, and you got 2 turnovers.
Man, you couldn't ask for anything better to start the game, right? Just what you expect, though, right? Really good football game, 2 good football teams. Right now, we're up because we've got the turnovers. Okay, so we're going to start with the ball here in the second half. Let's protect it. All right, wait for our defense to get us a short field and see if we can get out here with a win.
All right, thanks, David.
Of course, man. Thank you.
All right, Nate, up to you.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks, Zig. And when we return here, we'll have the Chick-fil-A halftime show coming up.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Weoki Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Weoki Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox, bringing us closer.
Our tradition, dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
When you've been injured by someone else's actions, you need experts who know exactly what to do.
You need the personal injury professionals at the Able Law Firm. We've been fighting and winning legal battles for over 50 years, successfully recovering more than $400 million for injured Oklahomans, a level of achievement that's unmatched.
If you've been injured by someone else's actions and need help now, we're ready, we're willing, we're able.
Hey, Mom. What? Hold on just a second. That's better.
Every year, many of our customers call and tell us the first thing they notice about their new thermal windows is how much quieter it makes their home. If outside noise is a real problem, ask about our optional sound control glazing. Call or come by and let us bring the peace and quiet back to your house.
Thermal windows, our quality shines through.
Watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Come on in and discover the new Cox Solution Store. Experience a whole new level of in-home comfort. It's all right here at the Cox Solution Store. Discover, learn, and experience more.
Welcome to the Chick-fil-A halftime show. We're going to send it down on the field for the Jenks Varsity Hom Squad.
Hom Squad!
That was the Jenks Varsity Palm Squad. Great performance by them. Hey, let's get to the Chick-fil-A kick. You can win a year's supply of Chick-fil-A with this kick. Reagan Flake lined up to make it from the goal line. Didn't quite go through. That's a lot of pressure, though. A year's supply of Chick-fil-A. Reagan Flake with the kick right here in the Chick-fil-A halftime show. We'll be back with more, including some highlights and stats of the first half when we come back.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with $8,000 total savings plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Sundown Marine has been helping Oklahoma connect with the outdoors for more than 30 years. It's your best stop for Trekker off-road vehicles. Go far out on the beaten path and get the job done with Trekker's versatile lineup of ATVs and side-by-sides. Whether you're looking for an off-road vehicle to work, hunt, fish, or play in the mud, Sundown Marine has what you're looking for. And keep your Trekker off-road vehicle in top shape with Sundown Marine's award-winning service department. Sundown Marine, our family taking care of your family. Come see us today.
Hi, I'm Tamara Knoll, owner of Lux Furniture and Design. We've completed our big move, and our new showroom is bigger and better than ever. Stop by today and browse our selection of furniture, or let one of our talented designers help you bring your vision to life with our complimentary design services. Our custom sofas start at $9.90 and allow you to change the fabric and arm style to best fit your needs. Come help us celebrate the grand opening of our new store, and let us help you design the home of your dreams.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
You're watching the Chick-fil-A halftime show, and you're taking a look at the Trojan Pride Marching Band. The performance is called Business as Usual. Director Scott Hillock, drum majors Ethan Hartman, Holly Hilst, Ryan Johnson, and Mallory Morris. We'll send it down to the field now.
Ethan Hartman, Holly Hilst, Ryan Johnson, and Mallory Morris, and the Jenks Trojan Pride. The Jenks Trojans ride marching band is a 2018 band.
Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street. You're gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, a big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place. We will rock you. All right.
Drive a new Ford F-150 today with $8,000 total savings plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, proud sponsor of Sooner Athletics. One love.
This is important news for people who used the hair coloring Just for Men and then suffered severe injuries to their scalp or face. Use of Just for Men is linked to permanent skin discoloration or scarring, chemical burns, blisters, patchy hair loss, and even anaphylactic shock. Just for Men contains a powerful chemical, PPD, named Allergen of the Year by the American Contact Dermatitis Society. Just for Men Jet Black contains 4 times as much PPD found in other Just for Men products. If you or a loved one used Just for Men on their scalp or beard and then suffered permanent skin discoloration or scarring, chemical burns, blisters, patchy hair loss, or even anaphylactic shock, you may be eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. If you or a loved one used Just for Men and then suffered any of these injuries, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to see if you're eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Our first consultation is free and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call Davis & Crump right now. Operators are standing by.
You're watching the Chick-fil-A halftime show. Let's send it now down to the field to Zig to catch us up on the Trimble Strong Foundation.
All right, thanks a lot, Nathan. We're standing here with Tyler Trimble Eichenberger, one of the daughters of Alan Trimble. And, of course, your dad, a big-time legacy here. 3 years ago, diagnosed with ALS. 2 years ago, the family started the Trimble Strong Foundation. Kind of give me an update how things are going.
Yeah, we're really excited about some things going on. We have an event October 12th to serve families who have children with special needs. We're really excited about that, to be able to serve people in our community and see what God has in store next.
You had a big fundraiser earlier this spring. The Duck Dynasty guys came in town. Tell me a little bit about that and how that went.
It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good auction items, so many donors, generous people helping us transform the lives of others. We raised a little over $150,000 to serve people and follow some dreams and goals that my dad has of helping people. So,
how is your dad doing?
You know, he's rolling along. He's hanging in there. Although the disease is progressing, we have his mentality and positive faith to help keep us going and keep us strong.
You guys are a very strong family. I mean, very impressive what you've been able to do to help him get through this. If people want to donate to the Trimble Strong Foundation, what do they need to do?
So if you'd like to donate, you can come here tonight. We have donation buckets, or you can visit our website. It's trimblestrong.org/donations. We'd love for you to partner with us or volunteer with us. Just help us serve others in our community.
And you're always looking for volunteers, aren't you?
Always. We can always use your help.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, Nate, Tyler Trimble, one of the daughters of former Jenks football coach Alan Trimble.
Foundation. We'll be right back with more from Alan Trimble Stadium.
Totally. Like, we survived Monday, and this is our reward.
It's like we took a regular old Tuesday night and added a $10 pizza, and boom, it's Pretend Friday.
Happy $10 Tuesday, honey.
Happy Pretend Friday, babe. Was it like a pretend bite?
So yummy.
Nice.
At Papa Murphy's for $10 on Tuesdays, get any large, thin, or original crust pizza. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
Make yourself at home at the new Luxe Furniture and Design showroom. We offer a variety of specialty pieces and a trained staff of designers offering complimentary design services. Whether you need a performance fabric on your sofa to accommodate your kids or are looking for a lush velvet as the perfect centerpiece for your living room, our designers will put your needs first, being mindful of budget and lifestyle. With a variety of furniture lines, we are confident we can create a design custom for you.
Hi, Mom. Oh, I forgot. Can I head to the pharmacy after dinner? You're all out? Okay, I'll head out to get them.
Are you feeling overwhelmed and not sure where to turn? Sometimes you need a little help with your aging loved ones. Our mission is to enrich seniors' lives by helping them live safely in their own homes and giving them support as they continue to pursue their favorite activities. Contact Amada Senior Care or visit us online today.
When you're hiring a new job, use our community job site, ericsjobs.com. We've helped hundreds of area employers connect with local talented job seekers to fill positions of all kinds. Here's what some local employers are saying about our service.
We have hired over 20 people from our postings. You have been an incredible resource for our company.
With thousands of current local job seekers, you will find the people you need. ericsjobs.com, $25 job postings.
Game time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
You're watching the Chick-fil-A halftime show. We're going to go down on the field real quick to talk to the head coach for the Jenks Trojans. Zick?
All right, Coach, your thoughts halftime? You talk to the team, maybe turnovers probably a big issue.
Well, big mistakes again. It's been too common of a theme so far this year. We can't have turnovers. We can't have fumbles. Can't give up big plays defensively. So we went in and made some adjustments, and we got to be much, much cleaner to have a chance this half.
Were you happy any aspect of what the offense was doing? Seemed like they got into a little bit of a rhythm.
Well, you know, some good plays, but, you know, it just takes one bad play, and then you're behind the chains, and it's tough against a good defense to get a first down when you're at 2nd and 15, 2nd and 20. So, again, there were good things, but, you know, we can't sandwich them around bad plays.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Nate, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Zig. And, hey, this is the Chick-fil-A halftime show, so we got to show some Chick-fil-A employees in Broken Arrow. J.C. Gould is the drum major, works at Chick-fil-A, and Jonathan Courtney is one of the trombone players. This is the Chick-fil-A halftime show, so it's only fitting as we take a look at some of the other band members there, including Jonathan Courtney. What a first half so far, 14-3, Broken Arrow on top of Jenks here in the Ford game of the week. Under a minute to go on the halftime clock here, so we're about to get going here in the third quarter. BA will get the ball to kick off the second half of the Ford game of the week. They won the toss before and deferred to the second half. Take a look at the first half stats, and rushing yards, really a difference between the Tigers and the Trojans. 112 to 25. Passing pretty close, first downs pretty close, but really those rushing yards. And let's take a look at the first half highlights. First drive for BA, Kewan Tolbert dives in for the 2-yard score, 7-0, Broken Arrow on top. Jenks trying to answer back. Take a look at this. Intercepted by Corey Williams. That was Jenks' second drive of the ball game. Then little trickery here. Isaiah Keller throws it to Torrey Dillard off the end around, but Dillard fumbles and the Trojans recover. Jenks trying to get on the scoreboard. Stephen Kittleman to Justin Murphy, somehow brings that in for the juggling catch that leads to a field goal. 7-3 now the score. Broken Arrow still on top at that point. Then in the second quarter, Kewan Tolbert, first play after a Jenks turnover, Colbert goes 31 yards for the touchdown, and BA up 14-3, and that is the score right now as we're about to kick off the second half here in the Ford game of the week. First game of district play here in week 4. 112 rushing yards, only 25 for the Tigers over the Trojans. 14-3, actually. 14-3 is the score right now. Only 2 first downs for the Tigers out of 5 third down attempts, 3 of 7 for the Trojans. Colbert, the big player for BA in the first half, 15 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Kittleman for the Trojans, 5 of 11, 91 yards, and an INT. So we're about to get it going here in the second half of the Ford game of the week. Broken Arrow will try to start off the third quarter and extend its 14-3 lead. Tigers are the defending state champs, but coming off a loss 2 weeks ago to Owasso, then had a bye last week. Both these teams had a bye coming off of losses. Dillard with some running room, but knocked down right there short of the 30-yard line. Corey Dillard with the return.
It was taken by Corey Dillard. Brings it out to the Tigers.
So the Tigers up 11, trying to extend that lead here in the first night of district play for both of these teams. This first night of district play, the most important night of district play for 6A 1-1. These are the 2 favorites going into the season. So whoever wins tonight will have a great chance of going on to win the district title. Jake Raines in the shotgun. Handed off to Tolbert. Nowhere to go for him.
Tripped up at the 29-yard line.
That'll be second down and 9 now. Ball at the 29-yard line, so pretty good field position here for the Tigers to start this one off. Two receivers on the right side of the formation for Raines, but he's handing it off, and Tolbert with a little more running room this time, but brought down by Lohr. So it's going to bring up third down now with 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ball about the 38-yard line. They've got to get to the 33-yard line, have to get to the 38. Third down and 5. 3 receivers for Raines. He's in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, looking to his left, rolling to his right. Brought down for the sack. Jenks gets the stop on the first drive of the second half for BA. Elijah Brown coming up big.
Number 57.
Well, Elijah Brown, Nate, he's had the task every time Andrew Ryan moves on the offensive line, he's going where he goes. And this time he was able to help battle away from some of those big offensive linemen. Rain had time. Just great back-end coverage by the Jenks defense.
The Tigers kicking this one away, and Trojans will get a chance to cut into that 14-3 lead. Nice punt. Fair catch just past the 25-yard line.
I can tell you the punt that was bobbled at the end of the half, I can see why, because the wind is swirling down there and the ball, it was kind of knuckling and it was flying all over the place. And, you know, that was a great kick there, and you can see again what the wind is doing to the ball. It makes it tough.
40-yard punt.
40-yard punt, ball at the 27-yard line.
You want to go back and revisit our keys to the game, the quarterback watch. You know, is Stephen Kittleman going to play? Well, yeah, obviously he has played. First play from scrimmage, though, they line him up at wide receiver. He's done a decent job coming back from that knee injury. BA's ground attack, it's been huge. The return of Kewan Tolbert has made a big difference in this one. And then coming off the bye week, how do the teams respond and react to tonight's football game?
Jenks starting off with the ground game here in the second half. Cox picks up a couple.
Again, Coach Riggs said it perfectly at the half. He said too many mistakes. You know, they had quite a few penalties in the first half. You got the interception, the fumble that led to that late first half touchdown by Broken Arrow. And they did get a turnover and were able to turn it into points for themselves, but just too many little mental mistakes for Jenks.
Second down and 8 now for the Trojans. Gittleman hands it off again, this time to Lohr, straight up the middle. Brings up third down, 6 yards to go for a first down for Jenks. Both of these teams continue to play pretty conservative with their offensive game plan.
But I think the wind is having a little bit of an impact on, how they're throwing the football. But both these teams are running dominant football teams. Broken Arrow averaging 160 yards on the ground, 119 passing.
Cox with the catch, but he's well short of the first down, about 2 yards short. So Trojans will likely punt this one away.
Jenks running for 150, but passing for 202, which kind of a little bit different from most Jenks teams. You usually see it the other way around.
And in the first half, that was pretty much the same. They outpassed, had more passing yardage than running yardage. Again, the punt blocked. Great field position. Pretty sure in that first half and the first punt, that was blocked as well.
Partially blocked.
Yeah, Keon Barnett broke right through and was able to tip the ball.
So again, great field position to start off a drive for Broken Arrow.
Trojan 36-yard line.
I believe this is the third time that they've started with field position. Pretty similar to this. In the first two, they got touchdowns out of it.
He came right up the middle, Nate, and was almost too quick. He had to slow down for a little stutter step so he wouldn't run past the punter.
Flag right there in the middle of the scrum, so we'll have a penalty on the first drive, first play of this drive.
Boy, Andrew Rame took one of the Jenks defenders. It was like 5 yards downfield.
Yeah, looks like this one's on BA. Nope.
During the play, we had holding against the defense. 10-yard penalty results in a first down.
It's holding, just not on the offense. So
right.
Gets it inside the 25-yard line.
A lot of those times, those defensive linemen will grab and just hold on. Don't let an offensive lineman come off and be able to move and get away from them.
So first down and 10 now. Ball to 24. Raines hands it off to Tolbert. Tolbert finds a little seam, turns it upfield, gets inside the 15-yard line. Powerful run by Tolbert.
He does not need much room.
So quick with the ball.
To the Trojan 13-yard line.
He's handing him the ball, and as soon as he's got the ball, he's already passed the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 11 on the run. First down.
So the Tigers knocking on the door once again. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter, the fourth game of the week. Take your first step on the road to longer, healthier life with roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Tolbert again. This time, not much room to run right there.
Prior to that carry, yards. Nate, first 3 weeks, 89 total. So it just shows you what he means to this offense.
Definitely nice for the Tigers to get him healthier as he jogs off the field for this play. Second down. Horn gets the ball. Picks up a few yards. Haven't seen Jalen Johnson. I don't remember him since the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't either.
Down by Elijah Brown.
David Alexander's got a stable of running backs to choose from.
It's nice, right?
Yep.
Tolbert comes back in the game after sitting out that one play. Got a little bit of a breather. But on thord down, you want him in there. 7 yards to go.
Yeah, Rames on the right side. Let's see if they go that direction again.
Going to pass it this time to the right. Keller with the catch. Trying to make something happen, but down at the 10. Imagine BA would go for the field goal here, up by 11, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, play seemed like it was just kind of slow developing. Once they got the ball to him, and then he just didn't really have anywhere to run. Tried to make something happen, but he needed to make a lot happen on that one to get a first down.
Kind of a big angle here from the 10-yard line. 27-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. And he couldn't complete that angle. It goes wide right. So when you're on the right hash right there, you're not very far back. It's got to put a lot of angle in there to get between the uprights.
That's tough.
20-yard line.
So nice stand by the Broken Arrow, by the Jenks defense against the Broken Arrow offense. All right, we'll be right back here with more Ford Game of the Week.
Tuesdays so needed this.
Totally. Like we survived Monday, and this is our reward.
It's like we took a regular old Tuesday night and added a $10 pizza, and boom, it's Pretend Friday.
Happy $10 Tuesday, honey.
Happy Pretend Friday, babe. Was it like a pretend bite?
So yummy.
Nice.
At Papa Murphy's for $10 on Tuesdays, get any large, thin, or original crust pizza. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
You're watching the Ford Game of the Week. Broken Arrow up 14-3 over the Trojans, but the Jenks defense just came up big with the stop there as BA was knocking on the door at the 10-yard line. Missed field goal, so it keeps it 14-3, and the Trojans now have a chance to cut this to a one-possession game.
Well, the Jenks offense, other than the one drive after the turnover where they marched about 80 yards plus yards down the field to get their field goal, they haven't really done much. You know, they've gotten a couple of first downs. They've moved toward BA territory, but for the most part, they've ended up stalling out.
Gilman back to pass. Got a little bit of time, but now he's thrown down for a big loss. Jalen Moss with the sack and takes the Trojans back inside the 10-yard line at the 8.
That was tough, and maybe there, if he doesn't have the knee brace on, he gets away. But he kind of got caught in an area where he didn't have a whole lot of room to run.
Yeah, 12-yard loss on that. So second down and 22 right now with less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Broken Arrow up 14-3. Kittleman running off the field here, but we have a penalty flag.
Well, there was motion, and the play clock ran down.
Jenks has had some trouble so far tonight when they're moving Kittleman from quarterback to another position or off the field.
Out of the snap. False start against the offense. 5-yard penalty. We're still a second down.
Remember when the play started, the first two attempted plays were both offensive penalties before the snap.
And one was a delay of game, and the other one was the quarterback had split out to a receiver position, moved.
Ball now all the way back at the 4-yard line. Second down and 26.
They're trying it again.
Yeah, Kittleman out wide right in the formation, and Cox takes the snap and gets some yards this time. At least a long way, but only picked up about 2 or 3 yards.
It was well defended by Broken Arrow that time. Jenks had some blockers out there. Couldn't get past past one of them. If he'd have gotten through or around one of the blockers or one of the defenders, he would.
Third down.
So now it's third down and back to 22 yards needed for a first down after that 4-yard gain. Ball at the 7. Along here. Third down conversions, Jenks 3 of 8 so far in the night. This will be a tough one to get, though.
They better hurry up. There's only one saying they're going to have to call timeout with the play clock running down.
I think I just take the penalty there. You might need that timeout later.
Yeah.
Probably not going to get the first down either way. We'll see what happens on 3rd and 22 when we return to the 4th game of the week.
I don't want to be a bother, but I'm all out. I really need them now. Okay, thank you. I love you.
It's okay to need a little help. Amada Senior Care can be an answer. Our mission is to enrich seniors' lives by helping them live safely in their own homes and favorite activities. For a more independent life, contact Amada Senior Care or visit us online today.
Enjoy the best of Oklahoma high school football each week on YurView. It's the Ford Game of the Week.
Inside the 10-5, touchdown.
Run, what a run.
Ford fakes the handoff, but throws it to Waters, and Waters in for the Trojan touchdown.
Catch all the action, excitement, and tradition of Oklahoma high school football. The Ford Game of the Week on YurView is brought to you in part by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken.
You're watching the Ford Game of the Week. Broken Arrow on top of Jenks, 14-3 here in this district 6A 1-1 showdown. A lot on the line here. The winner tonight will have a huge advantage in the district title. You get to play home game in the first round of the playoffs. Of course, 6A 1 and 2 start with quarterfinals. So after that, it's neutral field.
Which is crazy. You think, hey, you win the district, you only get one home game in the playoffs. The other two are neutral site.
Oh, almost a safety, but Kittleman gets out of it.
That could have been a face mask maybe over there. I guess not. Maybe they grabbed his shoulder pad.
There's a flag down there, though.
It could be a face mask.
A little scary. He was running with that ball kind of out away from his body a little bit, but didn't cough it up.
And it may be 15, but it will not be enough for a first down, but it'll be a 3rd and 5.
We had a personal foul, face mask against the defense. 15-yard penalty. We are still at 3rd down.
So that's a big change right there. We're going to have to punt it away. Here with 3rd and very reasonable after you were at 2nd and 26 at one point.
Yeah, look at it right here. Yeah, he got him there. Initially, it looked like his shoulder pad, which it was, but then as the momentum of the defender took him around, kept on the face mask and kept grabbing it.
So 3rd and 4. Incomplete pass. Kind of looked like Estes was running forward before the snap, but nothing was called. Incomplete anyway. Kind of like Canadian Football League, you know, when you can run toward Arena, yeah. 3:22 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Broken Arrow about to get the ball back.
If I'm Torrey Dillard, if the punt's anything like the last one,
just let it go.
We saw, you might just let it. As the wind is still blowing.
Remember that Oklahoma State-Texas game last week, and some of the Cowboys' best offense was punting the ball away, and Texas kept dropping it. There you go. He's not punting it to him, but he didn't punt it very far either. Broken Arrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I was kind of watching Estes to see it. I don't know if he just mishit it. Obviously, he's a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to do an angle punt, but not that much of an angle.
But BA's starting offensive field position has just been outstanding tonight. This is fourth time they started in Jenks territory.
The Ford game of the week will be at Tulsa's LaFortune Stadium. The Bishop Kelly Comets will be taking on the Edison Eagles. This will be a great opportunity for people to see Edison's Sevion Morrison. So check out Bishop Kelly and Edison next Thursday at 7 as we defensive play by the Trojans. That's next Thursday at 7 on the Ford game of the week here on YurView, Cox Cable Channel 3. Sevion Morrison, a Nebraska Husker commit. All-time leading rusher for the Eagles.
Broke Spencer Tillman's record.
Pretty good record to break, right?
He's in town to tell him, go break it.
Yep. So he's an exciting player to watch. Definitely will be nice to broadcast that game.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Loss, Raines back to pass and under pressure, brought down for a sack. Lohr with the sack. Grant Lohr has had a good game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he really has been active at his linebacker position. See him right here on that weak side. Raines had no chance. Lohr was running full speed, and I think Raines kind of felt the pressure.
Well, we just had second and 26 for the Trojans, and now it's third and 22 for BA. Not going the wrong direction. Raines going deep, throwing it up. Had Keller there, but couldn't quite hit him.
Pass intended.
So we're doing a little punt competition so far here in the third quarter. Well, I guess the first one was a missed field goal. Ball at the 46.
To punt it away for the Tigers.
Crawford's last kick, you might remember, was a boomer into that wind that just hung up there.
Jaden Patrick at about his own 25-yard line to return this punt. And this one's going farther than that. Good bounce for the Trojans, though. I think it started at the 26-yard line.
The punt is down at the...
Kind of an unlucky hop there for BA. Still 14-3, 1:38 on the clock here in the third quarter. The Ford game of the week. This one's still up for grabs. Jenks hasn't had a lot of luck moving the football so far in this game. Except for that one long drive that's stalled out and they had to settle for a field goal.
Sandwiches in the concession stand.
Trojans trying to get it going here, though, late in the third quarter, down 14-3.
Home game sponsors.
Running the Wildcat offense. With this BA defense so big and physical, it's tough to run right up the gut at them.
It is. He had some success doing that against Union. Blocking the Union front 3 or 4 guys, but BA has definitely come in prepared in this one, and they are big up front.
Second down and 10 after no carry. Kittleman now back in the backfield. Trojans going to their traditional offense here. Incomplete. Hopped it to Bo Estes.
Intended for Bo Estes, incomplete.
You know, with Kittleman playing, and again, we brought it up in the first half. I don't want to continue, but you can just see some of the impact of that knee and having the brace on. But hopefully, as the season goes on, he'll become more comfortable with it. Maybe he'll see him overthrowing some, and he's just not as accurate as he can be right now.
Third down and 10. 50 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. Kittleman throwing. Estes. Looked pretty good throwing the ball there, though.
And he comes through and does something like that. But he was a little bit more relaxed on that one. He was caught. You can see right there. See how just a little more fluid. Good throw right to Estes, and they got the first down.
I had a little more time in the pocket than maybe he's had sometimes this game.
17 yards on the pass play. It's a Trojan.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Take your first step on the road to long weight loss and advanced surgery. On the ground. Kobe Rogers with the carry. Flag down.
Cheers to Kobe Rogers.
Looks like it's going to be on broken arrow. So it'll help the Trojan drive along. Gets it into BA territory.
We had a personal foul. Horse collar against the defense. First down, Jenks.
BA defense in the last few plays had a horse collar, had a face mask. Some big penalties right there. Yeah. Pulling on the back of the shoulder pads there.
Play a game, or yeah, they got it off.
Just got off last play of the third quarter, and nice pickup by Ryan at the 40-yard line. And when we return here in the fourth game of the week, it'll be the fourth quarter. 14-3 broken arrow on top, but the Jenks Trojans are driving. We'll be right back.
Let's see what happens.
For dinner. You didn't know.
A home of your own. It's within your reach when you experience the new Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity. Apply for home ownership today.
No one thinks it will happen to them, but injuries cause.
You need the personal injury professionals at the Able Law Firm. More than a half-century of legal experience means we're among the most proven and reliable firms in the state. Able attorneys average 20-plus years of legal experience, and that means more favorable outcomes for injured Oklahomans.
By someone else's actions and need help now. We're ready, we're willing, we're able.
How are the kids today?
I got a 10, a 2, and a 6.
You deserve a place to call home. Discover the new face of Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
It's fourth quarter time here in the fourth game of the week. Jenks down 11, but driving right here, trying to cut into that 14-3 broken arrow lead. Seven to go. Cox in the Wildcat. Finds a little space.
That's Will Cox right there. Did you see him in the backfield, Nate? He was almost at a standstill, and as soon as the linemen did their job, made the block, he took off for the hole, and then he ran somebody over, bounced off a couple of tacklers, and got the first down.
Yes, very patient. Kilman back in now, though, as well. Cox.
Just a great run. I mean, that young man a couple of weeks ago just did it all for Jenks, and by the end of the night, he was definitely worn out.
So 1st and 10 now, ball at the 30-yard line. Trojans driving, trying to fight back. Kittleman goes deep into the end zone.
Nice catch.
Touchdown, Bo Estes.
Wow, what a grab. Nice throw and a great catch. And well defended, too.
Definitely.
30-yard touchdown from Kittleman to Estes. Just across the goal line.
Just barely got in there, but big play by Bo Estes, the senior wide receiver.
Now Jenks is going to have to if they want to go for 2.
I think you got to go for 2.
11 and a half to go.
But there haven't been a lot of drives in this game.
Just the way you may only get one more possession out of it. So you're right. Take another look at this. Kittleman, plenty of time. Nice blocking up front. Estes just kind of slowed down. It was almost a back. But Estes went up and got it and beat the defender and fell into the end zone.
And of course, Kittleman happy about it. So that makes it 14-9. A 2-point conversion would cut it to a field goal difference. 6 plays, 74 yards on that drive.
See what Keith Riggs comes up with.
Don't forget they had that 15-yard penalty to help that drive along.
Yes, they did.
Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center. Orthopedic and sports medicine provider.
Kittleman 8 out of 15, 140 yards. That's his first touchdown pass. Also has an interception that he threw in that first half.
Together we serve as the team physicians for
a big 2-point conversion.
We are the area's leading expert for hospital injuries. Our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see.
So here we go, going for 2. Kittleman. And almost intercepted in the end zone, but knocked down. The 2-point conversion, no good.
Corey Williams there had the interception in the first half. Nice defensive play.
Had a chance of running that back for a second. They held on to it. So 14-9. 1 possession ball game. So we take another look at this. And watch out after it bounces out of the... Still up in the air a little bit.
Well, and on the backside, I don't know if we could see that again, but Jason Lohr went in motion from right to left. And I don't think anybody defended him and looked. I think he would have been wide open on that other weak side.
Hey, next Friday, the 4th game of the week will be at S.E. Williams Stadium in Tulsa. The lead dogs of 6A Division II will be hooking up. Bixby Spartans will take on Booker T Hornets. Game time is 7 p.m. next Friday for Bixby and Booker T on the 4th game.
It'll be fun, man. Some athletes on both those teams.
And, man, the Spartans have been unbelievable, especially on offense this year.
A game?
Gotta be. Every time I look at their scores, you know, down in Texas, they got into the 70s.
They got in the 70s. I think last week they scored, or 2 weeks ago they scored 70, didn't they?
I think you're right.
They've got 54. They beat Sapulpa 50.
And Sapulpa's pretty good.
They're averaging about 50, I think.
Oh, Keller made that first guy miss, but brought down by the second guy. Key drive right here. Broken arrow, only up 5.
Drake Benoit with a nice tackle. Give Keller a little bit of room, he'll make you pay. Well, he made a nice catch and run in the first half. Nate also threw a nice wide receiver pass that was complete that ended up in a fumble and a turnover. They hadn't really been able to get him the ball much here in the second half.
Yeah, that one into the end zone, but they called him for a kind of a hands to the face situation.
There's Tolbert back in there running for BA.
Fort Hill are at Allen Trimble Stadium. Nathan Thompson along with Mike Ziegenhorn. Tolbert, 122 yards and a touchdown. Broken Arrow trying to keep this lead in their district opener. Tolbert again up the middle, carrying a couple of tacklers. Gets right near the sticks for a first down. But it's going to be probably third and short.
Well, Coleman Thurber weighs 215 pounds. Tolbert's 180, and he was carrying him on his back.
Gain of 4, third down.
Big third down and 1. Thinking they're going to hand it off again. Going back to the strength and gets the first down, carrying tacklers again. What strength by Tolbert. Still going. I think all those yards were after contact, just about.
Well, they were. He kind of jumped at the line of scrimmage and bounced off everybody. When he came down on his feet, take a look. Right here, he kind of bounced and spun off everybody. And when he spun into an open area where there was no defenders. There's like 6 Jenks guys trying to pull him down, just carrying him along with him.
Had a couple Tigers helping him, but more Trojans than Tigers.
Yeah.
First down and 10.
Oh, he may go.
Tolbert can't quite stay on his feet. He could have kept his balance there at the end. He would have been gone.
Well, James Pruitt
by Kobe Tucker.
and Tucker were the two that kind of kept him from going the distance. But you could see it from up here, Nate. Right about there, you can tell, man, he might go.
First down,
just gets that last little trip.
Grant Lohr was kind of the one who tripped him up. Tolbert's got to be nearing 150 yards. They got 149 on the night. BA keep it on the ground, just burn more clock. Keep the ball away from Jenks.
Yep. Might as well just keep handing it off to your best offense.
Tyler Crawford missed that field goal try earlier. Just his 3rd attempt on the season. 1 out of 3.
Second down now. 8 yards to go. Tolbert again. Hit quick. Oh, hit hard. Flag down.
Fumble. Jenks says they have it.
Let's see what that flag is. Tolbert was kind of pinned down and hit again.
It's going to be against Jenks.
Yeah, Tolbert's getting a break after that.
He got popped pretty hard as he spun around, and that's probably why he dropped the football.
Horn coming in to replace him for this play at least.
And if it's against Jenks, which it looks like it is, a tough break because they had him stopped. It would have been 3rd and long.
So that makes it a first down.
Working the run. We had an illegal block below the waist against the defense. Results in a first down.
Some of the Jenks fans going, what? Defense can't block, but they can't. You can't just dive at somebody's legs as a defender. And I think that's it where they called it right there.
Horn with the carry this time, and he gets 3 yards on that carry. You know, Jenks trying to say the ball's loose, but
3 yards.
They're wanting it back, but the officials are going to mark it down for broken arrow.
Kobe Tucker.
Now Horn's going to go out. It looked like his helmet may have popped off.
Second down.
With each one of these runs, BA taking about 30 seconds off the clock. Tolbert back in.
Wow, he's got another first down. Oh, yeah,
actually,
maybe
that was actually Sanchez Banks. The 19 looked a little like a 15 there.
Brought down by Matt Ackerley, Kobe Tucker.
That was a nice run by him, Nate. I mean, he was carrying a couple of tacklers with him on that play.
Coach Alexander revved up for this one.
Old offensive lineman telling those guys, come on, push them off the ball.
3rd and 1 here, 7.5, less than 7.5 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Tigers with the QB sneak get the first down. Nice deliberate drive here for the Tigers. Helped by that 10-yard penalty on what would have been a 3rd and long.
Herman Thurber. Elijah Brown. Kobe Tucker. First down.
Ball now at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Clock definitely becoming a factor.
Another good carry. This BA offensive line doing a good job.
Sanchez banks again.
Handoff. Out to the 11. Kobe Tucker.
Looks like Colt Tolbert is back out there, Nate.
Good to see him not hurt on that play. Took a big hit.
Up to make the tackle.
Ball now at the 11, 2nd down and 7.
2nd down.
10th play of the drive here.
Yeah, and they've held on to the ball close to 4 minutes. 5 minutes.
Tolbert up the middle, making people miss. Gets down almost to the 5-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
If you're BA, that's what you want. You got 4 or 5 yards. Clock continues to run. 3rd down.
3rd down.
Jenks, you were probably wanting him to get the 1st down so the clock wouldn't stop.
Elijah Brown. Grant Lower.
But if they can hold them to a field goal, that's still one possession with a 2-point conversion. Official timeout here. Not sure what's happening right now, but with 5:58 on the clock, BA up 14-9, 3rd down and 2, and they're heading back out. I saw the official call. It was a timeout for him. I'm not sure what they were doing, but
not sure what that was.
Had to get something situated. And here we go. Third and 2. Tolbert diving for it. It's not going to get it.
Now, big decision if you're Dave Alexander. Do you go for it? You kick the field goal to go up 8?
Jackson.
Well, this is, he missed one from the 10 on the right hash mark. This is even harder angle-wise at the 6.
And it's still on the right hash mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a little bit closer.
Tyler Crawford on.
And you
think it's the right call, though. You make it an 8-point game, but.
And he's left-footed, so you do want it on that right hash.
He's probably thinking, can you guys get me in the middle of the field? Field goal.
And
penalty flag.
Clock went off.
He made that one, I believe, but.
Delay a game against the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Makes the angle a little easier, but he made the field goal.
Yeah, he made it. Now he's warmed up.
Yep. Gonna try again. So 28-yard field goal attempt. Tyler Crawford.
Jenks has to burn another timeout, Nate. They are out of timeouts.
Interesting. So we've got a timeout right here with 5:09 on the clock. So when we come back, BA will get another chance at that field goal here in the Ford Game of the Week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Billy Sims makes dinner fast and easy. How, you ask? By using our online ordering tool. Choose from our menu featuring pulled pork, brisket, smoked chicken, and ribs, all with Billy Sims special spices, and we'll get your order completed right away. Because even though you just picked from our mouth-watering menu of meats, we've been smoking your choices on site for 14 hours. So it's ready when you are. All you have to do is pull up to the door and we'll rush your order out to you. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
You're watching the Ford Game of the Week. Got a close one here. Broken her up 14-9 with 5:09 left in the fourth quarter. The Tigers with a chance to extend that lead right here. 28-yard field goal attempt. Making an 8-point game. Still technically one possession because they could get that 2-point conversion, but give the Tigers a little bit of a breathing room. You can see from this angle, that tough angle the kicker has, Crawford. He makes that one. Got it that time. He missed one from a similar angle going in the other direction. So that makes it 17-9 BA on top of Jenks with 5:05 to go here in the game.
In the football game.
And Jenks has had a hard time moving the football all game, but that last drive, they did a pretty good job, obviously, and got the touchdown with the 30-yard TD pass to Boestis.
Well, they did. Their backs are against the wall just a little bit. 5 minutes to go. No timeout. So if they burn a couple minutes off the clock, Nate, and then they have to turn it over.
Yeah, probably ball game.
And all SSBA can pretty much run the clock out.
12 plays, 57 yards, 6:18 is the important part there.
It's huge. The ball control, the fact that they didn't have to throw the football, they kept it on the ground. I think every play was a running play on that drive, and that made a difference for them to be able to burn all that clock.
Thank you for watching the Ford Game of the Week on YurView. The game will replay tonight at 10:30 and Monday and Tuesday nights at 7:30. Search Ford Game of the Week on YouTube to watch it anytime. So convenient.
Yes, it is. And we're on YouTube all the time.
Yeah, that's where you can just go on YouTube. You can also DVR the replays if you didn't DVR this. So many ways to watch now. Of course, on YurView, they live stream it if you want to check it out live and you're not by a TV.
Trojans.
Another touchback going in this. I think we've only had one not be a touchback in that direction.
That wind's still blowing about 10 or 12 miles an hour out of the south.
Into the end zone for a touchback. Trojans will have a.
So the Trojans will start this at the 20-yard line. 5:05 on the clock, down by 8. And the district opener for both of these rivals.
It looks like Wasso is going to take control of the other district because they were leading Union 27-3 late in that ball game.
Man, Owasso's been real impressive. Beat Broken Arrow last time out after the bye last week, or before the bye last week.
Owasso's now 34-10 in the fourth quarter.
Will Cox with the carry. Yeah, Owasso won the state title 2 years ago when Phil Blankenship's first year in charge. Struggled a little bit in the regular season last year. Made the playoffs, though.
2-yard line.
And now looking like the best team in the state.
Campbell Yeager on the stop.
Had a lot of young players last year, so they've gotten their experience.
Well, you could say that Blankenship won state championships in back-to-back years of coaching high school football, which he did.
I think 6 years in a row, right? Or 4.
Well, he left.
Union a couple of years.
Left, went to college, and came back in his first year back.
Well, in Arkansas, he won, and then won in Owasso.
Owasso, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, back-to-back.
I mean, what was he doing last year? He didn't win a state title.
What does he think? They were real young last year. Yeah. They lost a bunch of good players, seniors, that year before when they won state. Played a bunch of guys, a lot of freshmen and sophomores last year. And
looking good this year, definitely.
It's showing up this year.
Darian Moss there with the injury, but nice to see him walk off under his own power. Second down and 8. Jenks not in a huge hurry. I'm taking their time. Kittleman back to pass. Goes for the screen. Murphy with the catch. Turns it upfield. Gets the first down.
Murphy.
Justin Murphy, who had that nice juggling catch in the first half that led to a field goal. Ball now on the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. That clock moving, though. Just over 4 minutes to go. Take a look at Murphy. Turn it upfield. Just enough for the first down. Under 4 minutes to go now in the fourth game of the week. Kilman going deep. Estes incomplete. So that'll stop the clock, but make it 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 33, 3:52 on the clock. David Alexander hoping his defending state champions can hold on to this victory in the district opener. Trojans, though, only down 1 possession. Down by 8, though, would need that 2-point conversion. Kittleman to Cox. He drops it incomplete. 3rd down and 10 now. Jenks with no timeouts left. So the Trojans don't get a first down here. BA could easily run out the clock to win this ball game. Huge play right here. Kittleman back from that injury. He's got the brace on his left leg. Estes has been a big target for him. He's on the left side of the formation. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. That one was tipped. That's going to bring up 4th down and 10. Only 3:44 on the clock. As I said, Jenks has no timeouts. The Trojans appear to be going for it here. Kittleman still in there. So obviously the Trojans desperately need this first down. They don't get it. Broken Arrow has a good shot of running out the clock. Cox moves out to the wide receiver slot. Kittleman over the middle. First down! Murphy with the catch. Jenks gets it into BA territory. Big time throw, big time catch by Justin Murphy right there, as you see Kittleman go right over the middle for the 19-yard gain. Ball now at the 48-yard line of Broken Arrow. Less than 3.5 minutes left on the clock, though, here in the fourth game of the week. Kittleman, quick pass to Murphy again, and Murphy gets another first down and more brought down at the 30. Trojans now back-to-back big plays to Justin Murphy. $18-yard gain on that one. So we take another look at it. Murphy fighting hard for those extra yards. 3 minutes right now on the clock and ticking down under 3. Plenty of time for the Trojans. Kittleman back to pass, looking for another screen. Will Cox, running room, spins, gets out to the 20, but I think they're going to mark the forward progress just past the 20 for the first down. Trojans knocking on the door. Down 14-3 at the half, but Jenks trying to pull off this second half comeback. Wilcox doing his part right there with another first down for the Trojans on this drive. 3 straight plays, passing plays, where they pick up first downs. The first one on 4th and 10. The fake pitch to Lore. Kittleman rolling to his right. Again, for the 4th straight play, a first down. Justin Murphy again with the catch. 3 of those 4 first down catches were to Justin Murphy.
Well, Nate, I mean, this is what you want if you're Jenks. You're in a position to at least tie this football game up. And Kittleman's made some great throws on this drive, hasn't he?
He definitely has. First and goal. Ball at the 8. We take a look at this latest first down pass to Murphy. Running play this time, but Rogers gets stopped pretty quickly.
Yeah, Parker Darnell in there on the play. Number 10 came from his right defensive end position. Made the tackle.
Just over a minute and a half left in the 4th game of the week. No timeouts left for Jenks. But the Trojans have the ball on the 7-yard line of Broken Arrow. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time to be taking this much time. There's just 10 seconds left on the play clock right now.
Wilcox lined up at tailback. Kittleman gives it to him. Cox fighting hard, fighting forward, and gets it down to about the 2-yard line.
They cannot stop the clock at all, Nate, unless they spike it. And you can't do that because they've only got 2 downs left.
50 seconds on the clock. I guess they know they only have 2 plays. (17-9).
No timeouts, remember.
Clock ticking down. Oh, fumble! But picked up. Jenks is going to keep the ball, but Kobe Rogers.
Wow, and the clock is running. They've only got 20 seconds.
20 seconds, enough time. Hectic here. Huge loss right there.
Down to 10.
4th down. It's going to be 5, 4. Snap is off. Kittleman to the end zone to Estes. Incomplete.
Oh!
But a penalty flag with zeros on the clock. Looks like it's going to be a pass interference, and it looks like Jenks will get one more chance. We'll have to wait for the official call.
Well, he was intended for Estes. It looked like Tolbert might have been on the coverage. The defender hit it out, but he may have been holding on to him while the ball was in the air.
During the play, we had pass interference.
Jenks will have one untimed down, Nate.
At the distance to the goal line. Time has expired, so we'll play one untimed down.
You couldn't ask for a better scenario, could you, in week 1 of district play?
It all comes down to this. As we take another look at the play, it was Tolbert on playing defense, got called for the penalty. Close play right there, and here it is. Final play of the ball game, but looks like Broken Arrow is going to call a timeout. We'll take a break with him. We'll be right back for this final untimed play in this thriller in the 4th game of the week.
Billy Sims makes dinner fast and easy. How, you ask? By using our online ordering tool. Choose from our menu featuring pulled pork, brisket, smoked chicken, and ribs, all with Billy Sims special spices, and we'll get your order completed right away. Because even though you just picked from our mouth-watering menu of meats, we've been smoking your choices on site for 14 hours. So it's ready when you are. All you have to do is pull up to the door and we'll rush your order out to you. Let Billy Sims make you the takeout hero.
As a working mom, it's very important to spend as many hours as possible with the children. I needed a career that paid well and had great benefits. I wanted to become a police officer in Oklahoma City because Oklahoma City is a great city to raise children. I never thought I'd be a police officer, but I absolutely love my job.
The Oklahoma City Police Department is recruiting new police officers right now. Visit joinokcpd.com and apply today.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Here we go. Ford, game of the week, down to the final play. Jenks down by 8, one untimed play here with zeros on the clock. Stephen Kittleman takes the snap, bobbles it, rolling to his right, throws it in the end zone, touchdown! Oh my goodness! Wow. Malachi Penland. Now they still need a 2-point conversion.
Wide open. Somebody completely lost the tight end on the play, Nate. Wide open in the middle of the field. Almost a busted play because Kittleman bobbled the snap, threw the complete timing off. He was scrambling for his life and looked up and found a wide open receiver. Wow, and now a chance to tie it up.
We take a look at the replay. Tough way to start the play, but it ends well. For the touchdown now, Stephen Pendleton in the backfield. Wilcox back there with him. Now Pendleton goes out to wide receiver. Wilcox lined up at quarterback in the Wildcat. Grant Lohr back there with him, and we have a penalty. Kittleman at wide receiver with the false start.
Boy, that really hurts. It's exactly how the game started for Jenks. Ironic, the first play of the game and maybe the last play of the game.
Still on the try.
When they're going for the 2-point conversion. And now that may change what they're going to do. You move it back 5 yards.
Yeah, you might want to just go in the normal offensive set with Stephen Kittleman at quarterback instead of Wildcat with Wilcox at QB.
And for the most part, BA has defended that Wildcat very well tonight.
So Kittleman lined up at quarterback, but again, he goes out to wide receiver. Wilcox in the Wildcat. Grant Lohr back there with him.
Oh, he wasn't ready.
Early. Cox brought down. Ball game.
Wow.
Tigers win.
Wow. The time before they didn't snap it quick enough. That time they snapped it too quick, Nate.
17-15, the final score. What a thriller here in the Ford game of the week. Untimed play that was successful for a touchdown, but the 2-point conversion, no good. Broken Arrow hangs on to win the Ford game of the week, 17-15. Oh my goodness. Can't beat that, Zig. So this is the district opener for both of these teams, and in District 6A1-1, the winner of this game very likely to go on to win the district title. Obviously not a done deal, just the first district game of the season, but these were the two front runners going into this one. So the Tigers in great shape now to win the district title. Let's go down now to Zig with BA head coach David Alexander.
That'll give you gray hair, won't it?
Oh, dude, I love it. Right, what a great football game, man. The fans that came were treated to one heck of a football game. You got two good football teams that really played hard. You know, and a game like that, it should come down to the last play. It should come down. What a great football game.
They make it, they get a chance to tie it up, and then a couple of mistakes on their part gave you guys a bit of a break.
You know, we got to give a little shout out to the Pride. They were so loud down there, right? They can't hear, right? And so it's not just a team game, it's a school game, right? And you know, our Pride helped us. We won the football game.
Offensively, Tolbert, it's good to have him back, isn't it?
Oh, man, right? He's breaking tackles. He played great. You know, it's awesome to have a veteran senior carrying the ball for us. Yes, sir.
All right, Dave, thanks.
Of course. Good luck to you guys.
Right, appreciate it.
What a game. David Alexander got to be happy for his Tigers to get on top. early in this district showdown. 17-15 the final. Let's go down to Zig again for our player of the game, Keywan Tolbert.
All right, Keywan, congratulations. I told Coach that gives you a lot of gray hair. I know you're too young to understand that, but, man, that's a heart pounder, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We just had to come out as a team and don't make no mistakes and come out with a win.
How does it feel you to be back? I know you're kind of fighting through some dinged-up injuries. Had 151 yards rushing tonight.
I feel great to be back to play with my team and show my brothers that I'm not weak enough to play with them.
Any shout out to the offensive line and what they did for you?
Shout out to all my offensive line. They're amazing. I love what they're doing to me.
And then defensively, that last stand for you guys. Talk about that and what was going through your mind.
I was just worried about not getting caught on over top or in the corner, so I was just trying to stay on top of my man as possible.
All right, well, congratulations. You're our Ford player of the game.
Thank you.
All right, Keywan Tolbert, Nate, big night for him, and Broken Arrow, big win.
Yeah, a huge night for him and a huge night for Broken Arrow for the 17-15 victory. Let's take a look at the player of the game, Keywan Tolbert. Lots of great highlights for him. 155 yards rushing on 29 carries. Just a workhorse. Dives into the end zone right there. That's the first drive of the ball game for Broken Arrow to put the A up 7-0. And then right here, a 31-yard TD run in the second quarter. Put the Tigers up 14-3. 155 yards rushing and 2 TDs for Keywan Tolbert. He's the player of the game. 17-15, Broken Arrow with the win. We'll be right back to wrap it up from Allen Trimble Stadium in the Ford game of the week.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is free, last name is dumb.
Drive a new Ford Expedition today with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 cash for first responders. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
I'd always wanted to get braces, always considered it, thought about it. You know, how long is this gonna take? Am I too old to do this? What am I gonna look like with braces on? With payment options and everything else, nothing's hindering me now, I just need to go ahead and do it. The staff, for one, is awesome. The doctor's great. I know I had friends growing up saying, oh, it hurts. I didn't have that experience. I can't wait to see my teeth without being masked by wires, right? Hindsight, I would have done it again 100 times over.
You're watching Game Time on YurView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YurView.com.
What a Ford game of the week. Broken Arrow wins a thriller over the Trojans 17-15. And no doubt what the play of the night is. The final play of the ball game, untimed. The Trojans scored a touchdown, but they needed the two-point conversion to force overtime, and they did not get it. The snap, weren't ready for it. Wilcox falls on it. But that's how the ball game ends. What a win for Broken Arrow. 17-15, the final score, and that's your play of the night. Wow. What an exciting way. What a great night for the Ford game of the week. 17-15, and what a way to kick off district play with such a thriller like that, as we can take a look at the final stats right here in this 17-15 victory. 171 yards rushing for Broken Arrow compared to only 39 for the Trojans, but Jenks did have a lot more passing yards, 214 to 79. First downs 15 to 14, and third down conversions the same there. Let's take a look at the highlights of this instant classic here in the Ford game of the week. First drive of the ball game for Broken Arrow starts off well for the Tigers. Kewan Tolbert fights his way into the end zone, set 2-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Broken Arrow on top. Jenks trying to fight back. Intercepted, though, by Corey Williams. That would lead to BA's second drive of the ball game. Isaiah Keller on the end-around throw to Torrey Dillard. Good for a catch, but Dillard then fumbles, and the Trojans recover. Stephen Kittleman back to pass. Check out this catch. Justin Murphy juggling catch. That led to a field goal. It'd be 7-3 after the first quarter. There's the field goal right there to make it 7-3. Let's go to the second quarter now. First play, Brock down there. That's the turnover. And the first play after that turnover, the Trojans capitalized. Kewan Tolbert already had one touchdown in the game. Gets another one right there. 31-yard TD run. 14-3. Broken Arrow on top at the half. This one really got exciting in the second half. Kittleman airs it out to Bo Estes, 30-yard touchdown, 14-9 because they missed a 2-point conversion. Let's go to the end of regulation right here. After the field goal here makes it 17-9. That means the Trojans are down by 8. So Broken Arrow trying to stop it right here. This is an untimed play because of a pass interference in the end zone. Malachi Penland with the TD catch. That makes it 17-15. So Jenks now needs the 2-point conversion. Can't get it with the early snap, and that's how the ball game ends. 17-15. BA knocks off Jenks in the district opener. Man, what a way to kick off the district season. The Tigers, rightfully so, celebrating this win at Allen Trimble State. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? So we take a look at the stats. 17-15, the final score. Jenks with 12 points there in the fourth quarter, but not quite enough. They needed 14. Tigers with the better ground game. Jenks with the better passing game. First downs, pretty much the same, and third down conversions, exactly the same. What a night of football. 17-15, the final score, Broken Arrow over Jenks. Hey, next Thursday, the fourth game of the week will be at Tulsa's LaFortune Stadium. The Bishop Kelly Comets taking on the Edison Eagles. It's be a great opportunity for you to see Edison Sevion Morrison, the all-time leading rusher for Edison and also a commit to Nebraska. So check out Bishop Kelly and Edison next Thursday night at 7 on the fourth game of the week here on YurView Channel 3. Then the next night on Friday, the fourth game of the week will be at S.E. Williams Stadium in Tulsa. The lead dogs of 6A Division II will be hooking up. The defending champion Bixby Spartans will take on the Booker T Washington Hornets. Game time is 7 o'clock next Friday for Bixby and Booker T in the fourth game of the week. That'll be next week, but man, it'll be tough to live up to tonight's showdown between Broken Arrow and Jenks. 17-15 victory for BA. Came down to the final play of the game. Thanks for watching the fourth game of the week. We'll see you next week.
The Ford Game of the Week is being brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Visit your best in Oklahoma Ford dealers for the best deals on Ford's full line of vehicles. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. Weoki Federal Credit Union, proud sponsors of the Weoki Kick for Cash. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Roller weight loss and advanced surgery. Your best you starts here. The Plaza at Town Square by McCaleb Homes. Love where you live. And by Cox.